This is now the 7th broadcast or podcast on this channel, and it's story reading. It's like story time with Gina. This is titled Why Frog and Snake Never Play Together. And this is an African folk tale which makes us think about how much companionship the world has missed because people were told they can't be friends with each other. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. So I'm going to, can you hear me? I hope you can. I'm going to start reading. I had to come to a different book. I had to come to this book called The Book of Virtues. Hello, Amy Michelle. I'm going to read this. And it's hard to get the lighting right on here so I can see you all. So sorry about this. Why Frog and Snake Never Play Together. Once upon a time, the child of the frog was hopping along in the bush. There we go. Was hopping along in the bush when he spied someone new lying across the path before him. This someone was long and slender, and his skin seemed to shine with all the colors of the rainbow. "Hello there," called Frog Child. "What are you doing lying here in the path?" "Just warming myself in the sun," answered the someone new, twisting and turning and uncoiling himself. "My name is Snake Child. What's yours?" "I'm Frog Child. Would you like to play with me?" So Frog Child and Snake Child played together all morning long in the bush. "Watch what I can do," said Frog Child, and he hopped high into the air. "I'll teach you how if you want," he offered. So he taught Snake Child how to hop, and together they hopped up and down the path through the bush. "Now watch what I can do," said Snake Child, and he crawled on his belly straight up the trunk of a tall tree. "I'll teach you if you want." So he taught Frog Child how to slide on his belly and climb into the trees. After a while, they both grew hungry, and they decided to go home for lunch, but they promised each other to meet again the next day. "Thanks for teaching me how to hop," called Snake Child. "Thanks for teaching me how to crawl up the trees," called Frog Child. Then they each went home. "Look what I can do, Mother," said Frog Child, crawling on his belly. "Where did you learn how to do that?" his mother asked. "Snake Child taught me," he answered. "We played together in the bush this morning, and he's my new friend." "Don't you know the snake family is a bad family?" his mother asked. "They have poison in their teeth. Don't ever let me catch you playing with one of them again. And don't let me see you crawling on your belly either. It isn't proper." Meanwhile, Snake Child went home and hopped up and down for his mother to see. "Who taught you to do that?" she said. "Frog Child did," he said. "He's my new friend." "What foolishness," said his mother. "Don't you know we've been on bad terms with the frog family for longer than anyone can remember? The next time you play with Frog Child, catch him and eat him up. And stop that hopping. It isn't our custom." So the next morning, when Frog Child met Snake Child in the bush, he kept his distance. "I'm afraid I can't go crawling with you today," he called, hopping back a hop or two. Snake Child eyed him quietly, remembering what his mother had told him. "If he gets too close, I'll spring at him and eat him," he thought. But then he remembered how much fun he had and they had together, and how nice Frog Child had been to teach him how to hop. So he sighed sadly to himself and slid away into the bush. And from that day onward, Frog Child and Snake Child never played together again. But they often sat alone in the sun, each thinking about the one day of their friendship. So this was, it was a pretty good book. It's from story. It's called the Book of Virtues. It was say the name of it again. Why Frog and Snake Never Play Together. And it's an African folktale. I think it's pretty telling. I think it's a really good one, I really do. I've never heard it before. And it's nice. It's really nice. Better... that's the end of this story. It was a very short story, you all. It is Why Frog and Snake Never Played Together. They had fun when they first met. They did. They had a lot of fun. They were just children until they went home and their parents told them, you can't. So they never did. It was generation to generation to generation. And they were kind of sad. At least they had one day that they played together. They were thankful for that, you all. So I am going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. Thank you for taking the time to listen. I would say that I tried to do another story out of this, 2 or 3. These were from Persia, and I thought, I got to the end, and at the very end, no, I can't. So I found my Book of Virtues. Have a wonderful evening, you all, if I don't see you later, which I'm sure I probably will.